If you're skeptical about Rocket Money, you're probably the person Rocket Money Premium was built for. People who are careful with their money are usually the same people who think twice before downloading an app, clicking a link, or signing up for something new, and that's smart. Or maybe you've downloaded Rocket Money, but you're not convinced you need Premium. If that's you, here's what you're missing. Rocket Money Premium isn't just about tracking subscriptions. It's about seeing your entire financial picture in one place. Checking, savings, loans, and investments, all organized on one dashboard. Premium automatically categorizes transactions, highlights spending patterns, and alerts you to things that you want to know about, like large purchases and upcoming bills. Rocket Money Premium isn't there to replace your judgment. It's there to help you understand where your money's going so you can make smarter decisions. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join today at rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim, rocketmoney.com/Kim. So take us back to that.
You know, we were at Kohl's for, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. And I got in the car with my wife, put her in reverse, suddenly was surrounded by cops. And I kid you not, I looked at my wife and I was like, I wasn't even speeding. Like, we didn't do anything. But again, they don't know me and they think I'm a car thief and they think I'm armed. So, they get out of the cars and they say, are you armed? They screamed, are you armed? Because they're not actually next to the car. They're standing behind their squad cars in case they shoot at them. And then they said, who owns this car? Which, guys, when you get pulled over in a press car that you don't own because they're registered to the automakers, it's a complicated situation.
Sure. It's very complicated.
There.
It is.
And we need to figure out the car is stolen too. I'm like, I'm sorry, what'd you just say? This car's on my Range Rover. This is not, what?
All right, I have a little bit of an ask here, and so let's talk about it. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can get the Kim Komando Show. See, here's what happens. You have all these algorithms that are controlling podcasts. Do you know how many podcasts are out there right now? 4 million podcasts. 4 million. It's nutso. So wherever you get your podcasts, the algorithms will kind of determine what podcast to show to other people. Now, the algorithms are based on positive reviews and traffic. So they feel if you like this, then somebody else will like this. So that's why you hear me say, please, 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 just wherever you get your podcast, just leave a nice 5-star review, say some good words, because again, that helps trick the algorithms, and then more people will know about the Kim Komando Show podcast, which is exactly what we need. All right, so imagine you're running errands with your spouse. Mm-hmm. You pull out of a Kohl's parking lot, and suddenly police cars are boxing you in.
What did we do?
Officers with hands on their weapons, and it happened to our next caller, automotive journalist Joel Fetter of The Drive, in an about $155,000 Range Rover that he was reviewing. The crime, nothing. There was a network of AI cameras called Flock that misread his license plate. Oh my gosh. Hey, Joel, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So take us back to that
Hold on, before you start, is this the one phone call you're getting from jail? Because you're such a criminal?
I wouldn't call you guys.
Nice.
I gotta call. You gotta call a lawyer at that point, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to call. We're not even good for bail money.
No.
Not at all.
I'll just send you to voicemail.
So when did you realize this was not your normal traffic stop?
About the time 4 police surrounded my car.
Gosh, what a nightmare. Did you have surreal. Did you have any you were probably, I would be shocked and almost not knowing what to do, because why would this even be remotely possible?
It was total shock. It was unexpected. We were at Kohl's for, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it takes to return an Amazon box, right? You stay in line, drop the box, go in. And I got in the car with my wife, put her in reverse, suddenly was surrounded by cops. And I kid you not, I looked at my wife and I was like, I wasn't even speeding. We didn't do anything. It was a very confusing, what is happening? Why are we here moment, for sure.
And so apparently the Flock cameras have been following you for days, and as I said, it misread the license plate.
So I got picked up by the Flock cameras 2 days before that for the first time, and they tried to find the car then, and they couldn't find it because I went home and parked in my garage where there are no cameras, right? And then we drove to Kohl's to go drop this Amazon box, and the Flock camera picked up the car, and while we were in Kohl's for, however long it takes to drop an Amazon box, the cops found the car in the parking lot. They kind of and they kind of waited. It was like an ambush. Like they sat around the corner. I mean, I didn't know this at the time. I later learned a lot of things from the body cam and all that stuff, but the footage. But they basically sat around the corner from Kohl's parking lot, and they were around the area waiting for me to get in the car. Seeing that I got in the car, they then they call it a box and pin. So suddenly they're surrounding you because, I mean, you got to realize they think this car has stolen plates. So, you know, if you look at the data, they probably think that I'm a car thief, I'm going to try and run, and I possibly am armed, which, of course, none of that was true. But they don't know that at the time, right? And,
right.
Of course, if I was a car thief, I probably would have been armed and or trying to run, but I was none of those things, so I was just mostly confused of why we were being surrounded by police.
And how did the communication go from the point of being boxed in to the point of they realizing they have the wrong car?
I mean, it started as you'd imagine, right? And I would say that everyone was professional, and no one tried to. Everyone tried to defuse the situation. Like no one was trying to escalate things. But again, you know, they don't know me, and they think I'm a car thief, and they think I'm armed. So, you know, they get out of the cars and they say, "Are you armed?" They screamed, "Are you armed?" Because they're not actually like next to the car. They're standing behind their squad cars in case they like shoot at them. They say, "Are you armed?" And I said, "No." And they said, "Get out of the car." I had my arms up. There's whole body cam footage of this on the internet. And they said, "Are you armed again?" And I said, "No." And they patted me down. They asked me for ID. I gave them the ID. They said, "Who are you?" Whatever. And then they said, "Who owns this car?" Which, guys, when you get pulled over in a press car that you don't own because they're registered to the automakers, it's a complicated situation.
Sure.
It's very complicated.
There,
It is.
I know how this is going to go. Like, it's like, wow, you know, I'm in this $150,000 car I don't own. So I'm like, I was like, it's complicated. I'm going to need you to let me explain. They said, you can explain. And I'm like, I'm an automotive journalist. I'm in this car reviewing it. It came a week ago. It leaves tomorrow. Range Rover owns it. When you run the plates in the VIN, you're going to see Range Rover owns it. But I have documentation of a loan agreement that I'm allowed to be in this car. I have the window sticker, the insurance and registration, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And at this point, I think they realize I'm not a car thief. I'm not about to shoot at them. And I still have no clue. And they clearly know I have no idea why I'm standing here. And they're like, okay, can you give me all this documentation? I give it to them. At this point, I'm like, okay. They no longer seem like they're on edge. They clearly know I'm not a threat, and they don't seem like a threat. So I was like, why are we here? What are we doing here? And they're like,
good question.
Oh, well, these license plates are stolen, and you were picked up by flock cameras, and we need to figure out the car is stolen too. I'm like, I'm sorry, what'd you just say? Like, this car's on my Range Rover. Like, this is not what? And they're like, yeah, the plates are stolen. We need to run the VIN. And I'm like, okay, sure. And at this point, their look of confusion, my look of confusion, I think everyone realized something's not right, but we really don't know. And they can't let me go because at the moment they think that I have stolen license plates.
Exactly.
Right. They clear the car very quickly. The VIN comes up as clean. It's actually not even registered because it's owned by the company. So it's not even registered because it's not a privately owned car. So that was a whole different thing. But they basically had to call the LA. They said they called the LAPD. Turns out it was the LA Sheriff's Department. Like, the amount of things that I didn't know until like a week afterwards as I got the body cam footage and the police report. I've been investigating this for over a week. Basically, someone lost a license plate, whether it was an agency or Range Rover, it doesn't really matter. Someone lost a license plate in LA during a photo shoot. And the license plate, these manufacturer plates for New Jersey are a weird format. They have 2 big numbers, 2 little numbers, and 3 big letters. So my plate was 34 small 10 DTM. The plate that got lost was 3403 DTM. But the number that got entered in the National Crime Database by the Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff's Department in LA was 34 DTM. It was missing characters.
Oh.
Yeah. And then that goes to the National Crime Database, which is like it's a database that every police officer that reports things into goes into. It's managed by the FBI. It gets sucked in by Flock or any license plate reader system, whether it's, Leonardo or Axon. There's a bunch of them, right? It sucked it in, and then it basically sent an alert out to the entire U.S. looking for 34 DTM New Jersey plates, which there are a lot of. I mean, the police told me there was 4, including me, just roaming Minnesota, and there's over 15 Rovers in the fleet alone for Jaguar Land Rover that have 34 DTM combinations. It was a nightmare.
All right, stay right where you are. We have more of the show coming right up. With back to school season here, I've been thinking about something I wish I had in school. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic. Whether you're heading back to school or shopping for a student, you'll use them every day. My Raycons are always with me. When I exercise, run errands, or walk the dogs, they're the earbuds I reach for. Active noise cancellation lets me tune out distractions. And when I'm outside, I switch to awareness mode so I can hear what's happening around me. They're super comfortable, sound fantastic, and I compare them with my phone and computer at the same time. Battery life is up to 32 hours, and a quick 10-minute charge gives you 90 minutes of playtime. Oh, and the new colors are awesome. My pick is Cool Mint. Best of all, Raycon delivers the same premium audio quality as those big brands, but at half the price. The Everyday Earbuds Classic are the perfect back-to-school companion. Go to buyraycon.com/Kim and you'll get 20% off. That's buyraycon.com/Kim. buyraycon.com/Kim.
This message is brought to you by Raycon.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
So then that got flagged to the cops in Minneapolis, where I was. Then they saw the photo, because I actually asked to see the photo, because we reported about Flock a lot. I asked to see the photos. There was 2 photos that got sent to the police from the Flock cameras. One was the whole car going through the green light at the intersection. And then there was a photo that was zoomed in on the plate, which said 3410 DTM. And so they then saw the plate. They confirmed that it said 34 DTM. They really didn't understand, know, or even see the 10 because it's small and it's a weird format. It's not from Minnesota. They ran 34 DTM in the system, and of course it popped up as stolen. It wasn't. And so then they came, they found the car, whether they ran the plate again and they saw the car, they didn't see the 10, who really knows? And they picked me up. They pinched me. They whatever. And we all decided the car, I got Range Rover on the phone, and Range Rover cleared it up with the cops. But basically, like, don't drive this car in another municipality. If you leave Plymouth, our systems don't talk. This will happen again. They could have guns drawn. And I'm like, this is insane.
I'm just trying to review the car.
Right. So
I'm like, if I go to another city, the police station isn't going to have the same information you have. Like, no, our systems don't talk. I'm like, what year is it?
That's insane.
Yeah. So they're like, we advise you, how far do you live? I'm like, I live very close. So, like, we advise you to go park this car since it's getting picked up tomorrow and figure out how it's getting back to Chicago where the fleet is. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, I wouldn't drive this around. Like, they're like, here's the case number. And they can call us and verify the story. But what if they come out with you with guns armed? What if they aren't in school? What if they don't listen to your story? And I'm like, this is okay. So then I drove the car, parked it. We swapped the plate for them to drive back to Chicago. They had to freeze the fleet. We had to get it. They had Range Rover to call the police and change in the system. So a human error got
a typo
magnified and exploded across the United States thanks to a network of technology and AI. The AI didn't have guardrails to say, well, that plate actually has 10 on it too. So it should have been looking for 34 DTM and said, well, there's a 10 on that plate, it doesn't match. But it did. The system didn't. And then the police in Plymouth also didn't see it on the photo. They didn't see it on the car. They didn't run the plate properly, because if they'd run 3410 DTM, it wouldn't come up as stolen.
It does feel like 1995.
But also,
it's just a compounding comedy of errors.
The AI camera was just doing what it was told. It was told to look out for.
The AI camera got bad information, sucked in bad information, and spit out bad information. I mean, look, if you put a bad number into an Excel spreadsheet,
exactly,
it's going to spit out bad data.
Right.
For 100%.
But then again, if we weren't using flock cameras, so flock cameras, if the technology was more enhanced, right, it could have had guardrails in place that said, well, there's 10 on that plate doesn't exact match, and so it wouldn't flag the cops. At the same time, you could say, if we didn't have flock technology or Axon, any of these license plate readers, right, a cop could have pulled me up at a stoplight. They could have ran the plate. They could have missed the 10. They could have done the same thing, but it probably wouldn't have spread like wildfire like it did, right? It just magnified the issue because it spread so quickly because of the technology. So many compounding issues.
It's a really wild story.
Really is.
I mean, that you think you wouldn't think like that would be possible today.
But what's funny is the information can get out there that they're searching for that vehicle, but the information can't get out there that they found that vehicle and it's safe when the cops told them don't drive this anywhere.
Well, if you want to read Joel Federer's review,
I'm sure it's going to be glowing.
It's over at thedrive.com. Could you imagine? Works great.
It became a review on flock cameras,
yes,
not on the Range Rover.
If you want to see if there are flock cameras near you, you go to deflock.com. deflock.org. That's deflock.
The answer is yes. They're near you.
They are all over. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Just a reminder, sign up for our free newsletter right now over at getkim.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.